Hello, everybody. Jamal Robinson, 720astrology.com. Quick astrological story and lesson. So, my next to oldest daughter is in junior high. So I'll turn this fan off in the garage because I've got me a Palone and Yeho, my favorite cigar. So I go to my 13-year-old's volleyball game, and I get there and the coach is hollering and screaming, and the way she's coaching is, her words are belittling, belligerent, condescending, tyrannical. Those are the four words really stick out. Belittling, belligerent, condescending, tyrannical. Now, I played sports, played at a relatively high level. And I had a pretty good career. I was coached hard at times. Had certain coaches who used all types of language, and disciplinarians, and who were very driven. So I say all that to say that I am not unfamiliar with the fact that the sports world does require mental and physical toughness. I come from a family of athletes who understand this as well. Still, it is not okay to belittle and demean athletes, especially that young, whose personalities are still being shaped and formed. What does this have to do with astrology? Well, right now, Mercury in Libra is opposing Jupiter in Aries. We have the challenge between thinking and speaking more reasonably, more balanced, with more consideration, versus explosive, magnified anger, in some cases ego, and sharpness. Aries deals with knives. So we're talking about magnified sharpness, magnified cutting. And there's a challenge between this huge Jupiter knife in Aries versus the rapid movement Mercury, necessary to find some semblance of balance, Libra. Rapid movement as in being able to quickly make assessments and see both sides before taking action. Tonight at the game, I was pissed. My first thought was to go over and speak to the coach directly. But I sat there and thought about it. I said, what happens if the coach becomes belligerent with me, is combative? Or what if the coach tries to paint the picture that I was combative? You know, I'm a large human. So I can easily be labeled as the big angry person. So I sat back and tried to exercise that Libran influence upon Mercury, my thoughts and communication. And I decided to go and speak to a young man that I see at the games. I've seen him there for the past couple of years when my oldest daughter was at the same school. And I deduced that he must be either probably some assistant principal or dean or something. So I go up and ask him, I said, introduce myself. And I asked him, do you think there's a thin line between coaching hard and belittling? And I go on to explain that I'm not averse to hard coaching. It's a problem when a person seems to have is out to embarrass, especially children. And the guy's reaction was as though he's been waiting for somebody to say something. And I could be wrong, but I just kind of got a feeling. And he gave me his email address, let me know who the athletic director is and who she directly reports to. And so I'm a writer by profession. It's one of my professions, is writing. I said, okay, I'm going to utilize my writing skills to communicate first in an email to him. And as that moves up the chain of command, I'll reiterate the same message using those 4 words that really bothered me. The coach being belligerent, belittling, tyrannical, and condescending. And it's interesting that as I have this experience, Mercury is stationing. Meaning Mercury is at 8 degrees of Libra. Okay? So Jupiter's already retrograde. So Mercury stationing means it's slowing down, preparing to enter its retrograde cycle, which will, I think, happen on the day of the new moon, September 10th. So as I reach out and communicate, the communication that I witnessed from this coach will be under review. Now, what will come of it, I don't know. But the point is, it will be under review, and I will make myself heard through the means of exercising a more Libran way of expressing myself, to where my point will be understood, will be communicated intelligently in a manner to where it can be better understood. And I will protect myself by not putting myself in a position where I can be labeled the angry, big angry black guy. This is a perfect example of astrology in action. I had to control my own aggression, although I wouldn't have been aggressive, but the aggression in me was, I want to go and I want to talk to this coach directly right now. I wanted to get up and go in the middle of the game and just walk across the floor, which would have been definitely perceived as a threat. And I said, okay, I'll wait till after the game. And I thought more. Wait a minute. Let's try to go through some channels here. Most of the sky right now is retrograde. I think there are like 6 planets retrograde right now, and 5 or 6. And Mercury will soon join in. Things are under review right now. This is the time to slow down, reconsider, reestablish, reassess, recalibrate. We can go on and on and on with words that begin with the prefix re, R-E, re, again. We're looking at things again. We're looking at what we missed. We're looking at where we may have misstepped, where we may have misspoken. And so this will be an opportunity for this coach to reconsider, again, the approach to correcting, teaching, coaching, and motivating players who are at a very pivotal point of their lives, where their hormones are raging like volcanoes and they're trying to get a hold on this new identity that is ushering in. And they're trying to figure out who they are in this world that they have been thrust into. That means only qualified people should be dealing with such volatile energy. In other words, if you're not able to find peace within yourself, you can do a lot of damage, especially at this point in a child's life, because they are very much still children. And so hopefully, by me taking this approach, maybe this person will have an opportunity to reassess, reconsider, recalibrate, and reestablish a new way or a more evolved way of moving forward. This has just been a quick little tidbit, astrological tidbit. Hopefully in your walk, your path, you are taking the time to be self-reflective, to increase your insight, to continue to evolve, and to become the absolute best version of yourself. Once again, Jamal Robinson, 720astrology.com. I am available for a multitude of astrological needs, I invite you to visit my website, learn more about me and what I do, read some of those reviews, and give me a holler. Be more than happy to help you out. Thanks.